Ah, Knott's Berry Farm. Yes, this Southern California theme park has been entertaining guests since the 1920s and has a ton of wonderful things to offer. From an incredible lineup of special events to the excellent ghost town and the delicious Mrs. Knott's chicken dinner. But of course the main attraction here are the rides. But which rides are best? That's the question we're going to answer today in this video. I'm the legend from In the Loop, and these are the 9 best rides at Knott's Berry Farm. Number 9, Pony Express. This family coaster in the back left corner of Knott's Berry Farm kicks off the countdown. It's one of the shorter rides at Knott's Berry Farm. I think it's like maybe 30 to 35 seconds long. It's a launch coaster which you ride in these adorable pony cars. Honestly, that's the best part of the ride, and it makes for a absolutely wonderful on-ride photo. Unlike some of the other rides in the Ghost Town section of the park, this one is not overly themed, and honestly, one of the things I would love to see Knott's Berry Farm do is take this ride and do what they've been doing to a lot of other rides at Knott's Berry Farm, and really bring it up to that higher level of theming like we've seen them do with improving the log ride and the rapids, the Calico mine ride. I would love to see them do that with Pony Express. And another fun fact about Pony Express, it is Drew the Intern's favorite ride at Knott's Berry Farm. Strange dude, that Drew the Intern. Number 8, Jaguar. Next up on our list is another family roller coaster here at Knott's Berry Farm. Jaguar has 2 things that I really enjoy about it. First is the station and the queue is in this Mayan temple. By far the best station out of any ride at Knott's Berry Farm. Really cool theming elements there. And second, it's got a really nice layout. It goes all throughout a good section of the park. It goes right through the loop of Montezuma's Revenge. It goes over a lake and then goes to play over near the log ride. So it's a nice long ride, a really good family ride too. It's kind of like a nice first big roller coaster for kids. Number 7, Silver Bullet. The park's B&M inverted coaster ends up at number 7 on our list. While the ride is probably not one of the best inverted coasters out there, it is a very solid attraction. It's smooth, it's fast, and my personal favorite part is that a lot of this ride takes place over a lake. So you end up getting some really pretty pictures and some really pretty views, and it's got this fantastic coaster finale with this big helix right over a lake. It goes past a fountain, and it's a very pretty section of the ride. Other things about Silver Bullet, definitely has one of the weaker first drops you'll ever see on a roller coaster. Not a whole lot there. And if you don't like loops, this one is not for you. This thing flips you upside down 6 times. Number 6, Calico River Rapids. The new for 2019 attraction at Knott's Berry Farm comes in at number 6 on our list. So this year what Knott's Berry Farm did, they took their old Bigfoot Rapids attraction and really brought it up to the standards of everything else at Knott's Berry Farm. So before this it was just kind of like a river rapids ride through the woods, and now it's a river rapids ride filled with a whole bunch of different animatronics at every turn, from critters to dynamite exploding, and even a cave with a Bigfoot in it. The ride is much improved. Now it'll still get you wet just like it did before, but now as you go through you get to see all these wonderful scenes and vignettes from, baby bears playing with prairie dogs to a fox in the hen house. It's really a much improved attraction, and me being an animatronics and theming guy, it went from an attraction I would probably skip at Knott's Berry Farm to one I look forward to doing every time. So next time you're at the farm, be sure to check out Calico River Rapids, because it's definitely way better than it used to be. Number 5, Hang Time. Knott's Berry Farm newest roller coaster comes in at number 5 on our countdown. This ride is a Gerstlauer Infinity Coaster and opened up at the park in the 2018 season. So just 1 year old this ride is, and it's a lot of fun. First of all, I love any roller coaster where you go upside down and only have a lap bar restraint, so that makes sure there's going to be no headbanging. It's going to be a lot smoother ride, and also makes you feel a lot more like there's danger there, when we all know there's actually no danger there. This is labeled as a dive coaster by Knott's Berry Farm, as it does have that beyond vertical drop and had a hanging brake up at the top, so you get that little bit of extra thrill up there. Now the ride itself is very smooth. It's got some really cool elements, a lot of wacky inversions, one great airtime hill that goes right over the entrance to the ride, and overall I think this is a big hit for Knott's Berry Farm. It fits in so well with that boardwalk section of the park, and as well tying into that California surf culture. And one big thing about Hang Time, if you're lucky enough to go to Knott's Berry Farm when they have an evening and nighttime operation, this thing is the coolest thing to watch at night. It's got the best lighting package I have ever seen on any roller coaster, and it does a whole bunch of different things. It has a lighting package where essentially the lights will chase the train all the way around the track, and then they'll have some where it just goes into more or less seizure mode and just goes crazy. So that twisted mass of metal that makes up the Hang Time track kind of becomes this crazy piece of art with all these lights on it. Love Hang Time at night. Think the ride's a big winner too. Number 4, Xcelerator. The park's most thrilling ride lands at number 4 on our countdown, as Xcelerator is the wildest roller coaster at Knott's Berry Farms. It takes guests and launches them from 0 to 82 miles an hour in just 2.3 seconds, which is really fast acceleration for a roller coaster to have, and then it points them up to the sky, going up this crazy top hat tower over 200 feet in the air. Great views of Southern California from up there, and then the rest of the ride is just all about speed. I really like Xcelerator, but one problem is this ride's reliability. Last 3 times I've been to Knott's Berry Farm, it's only been running once, and even on that day it was only running for about 3 to 4 hours. So if you see this one operating, definitely head towards it. Number 3, Calico Mine Ride. The oldest ride on the countdown comes in at number 3, as this ride was built all the way back in 1960 and has been delighting guests at Knott's Berry Farm ever since. While it might not look like much on the outside, this is a really long ride. This dark ride is about 7 minutes long and takes guests past a plethora of scenes, from waterfalls and caverns to about 50 human animatronics and way more animal animatronics. And on top of that, you've got this one scene that, don't giggle, they refer to it as the Great Calico Glory Hole, that's gotta be 3 stories tall and just a sight to behold. This is one of my favorite rides at Knott's Berry Farm and something I have to go on each and every visit to that Southern California theme park. Number 2, GhostRider. The highest ranked roller coaster on our list, the wooden coaster in Ghost Town known as GhostRider. This ride originally opened back in 1998, built by the folks over at Custom Coasters International, known in the coaster world as CCI, and when it first opened, it was a absolutely fantastic, great ride, but as time went on, it kind of went downhill. By the early 2010s, it was getting very rough, so what Knott's Berry Farm did during the 2015-2016 season, they closed the ride, hired the folks over at Great Coasters International, GCI, to come in and do a whole bunch of work on it, put those Millennium Fire trains in there, reprofile things, get rid of the block brake, and the ride as it exists now is just fantastic. For me, as a guy that's been on almost 600 roller coasters, this is easily a top 10 wooden roller coaster for me. And one of the things I love about it is that since it's got these really strict California building codes because of earthquakes, it creates this structure that is just massive, and you fly through this thing, so it gives you that added feeling of speed and all these great head chopper effects. So if you're a coaster fan, you gotta do GhostRider on a trip to the farm. Number 1, Timber Mountain Log Ride. I mean, of course it had to be the log ride, right guys? Without a doubt the best ride at Knott's Berry Farm. This thing really has it all. Indoor scenes, outdoor scenes, tons of animatronics, with everything from townspeople to wacky logging camp workers to even a bear. This ride has tons and tons of scenes. It features multiple drops as well, some indoors, the big one outside at the end, and easily one of the best log flumes ever built. And for us here at In the Loop, definitely the number 1 ride on our countdown. Well, that's our list. Let us know what you think in the comments section below. Thank you very much for watching this video. And hey, if you've got your own top 9 list of the best rides at Knott's Berry Farm, leave it in the comment section below because we'd love to hear it. I'm the Legend for In the Loop, and thanks for watching.